This is the Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz podcast series coming to you live from Sedona, Arizona with your host, Anka Wolf. Hello and welcome to yet another podcast in our Stop Bullying series. Today's topic is how to reassure kids that they are safe. Our mission is to boost children's self-esteem, their self-value, and instill a profound inner strength so they can stand up to bullying and live a fear-free life at school, at home, and at play. The Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz Project has been created to help kids to live their life to the fullest, to assist parents and grandparents in doing what they do best, raise emotionally healthy kids. Yes, today's Toley Ranz goes to school, in class, and at homeschooling class. Today I'm sharing some information of great importance with you. I truly wish I wouldn't have to, but in this time and the aftermath of traumatic events, I feel it is most important that we talk about feelings. You see, Toley Ranz is the one who is capable to teach children how to find inner peace and how to find the stillness again of which children had been robbed by such harrowing happenings. Psst, psst. Listen closely. This is for parents, grandparents, and teachers alike. I urge you to take note on how to help children in the aftermath of horror. All too often, gun violence and mass shootings top the headlines in our beautiful country, as it just recently in El Paso and Dayton and every place else we hear about. That is causing anxiety and confusion among children and young people. Not to talk about us adults, of course, but today we're focusing on children. To help students who are continually hearing about senseless gun violence in or near their schools or any place else are scared about their safety. And that's why I'm reaching into the advice from the National Association of School Psychologists on violence and emotional terror. And one of the first things I notice is Toley Ranz always says and emphasizes, take time to talk and listen. Take time to talk with your children and listen to your children. So guess what? Those school psychologists urge you to do the same. So Toley Ranz and the school psychologists are on the same level. We've got to listen to our children and let them talk. Reassure children that they are safe. Emphasize that schools are safe. And remember to validate their feelings. I know it's not always easy. Explain that all feelings are okay when a tragedy occurs. Let children talk about their feelings. Help them put them into perspective and help them and assist them in expressing these feelings appropriately. As I just mentioned, it is most important to create time to listen and be available to talk. Let their questions be your guide as how to give information and how much information. Be patient. Children don't always want to talk about their feelings. Watch for clues that they may want to talk but don't know how to start. Sometimes when you notice them, they're hovering around you and want to help in the kitchen, that's unusual. Then pay attention. Some children prefer maybe even writing something or playing music or doing some art. Young children may need concrete activities, such as looking at picture books or create imaginative plays in role play. That sometimes helps them to identify and express their feelings. And most of all, think about it. Keep your explanations appropriate to their age. We always need to remember that emotional, stressful situations need a release. Toley Ranz teaches this. And don't we adults need this big time too? Yes, I know we do. So we need to have some release in order to be able to give our children practically the permission to release their feelings. Here are a few tips and hints for early elementary school children. It's important that we keep our explanations and information brief and simple, and balance them with reassurance that their school and homes are safe and that the adults are there to protect. Yes, I grant you that. They say, yeah, but they didn't protect us then and then. That will happen. Don't go into contradict them. Go just and repeat. You're safe at school and at home. We are taking care, or I am taking care of you. Give simple examples of school safety, like reminding children that the exterior doors are being locked and that monitoring at the playground, yeah, it's part of being safe. And grant them that those exercises not always fun, but they are part of being and feeling safe. Emergency drills at schools, yes, they are part of feeling safe. Upper elementary and early middle school children will be much more vocal in asking questions about whether they are truly safe and, hey, what's being done at their school. You know, they may need some assistance in separating reality from fantasy. Therefore, it's important that you discuss efforts of the school and the community leaders, how they provide safety for the schools. Yeah, that's what a list of suggestions. We can only hope that our children hear our voices when we express that. And if you feel they don't, repeat them and always assure them they are safe, that you are there for their safety, and that they are allowed to express their feelings. So while we're talking, that comes to my mind that Toley Ranz talks about very, very much in all the teachings of the Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz Project. And we talk about bullying. And being bullied it creates fear. And it creates a behavior which is very, very similar to the behavior and feelings in the aftermath of tragedies, of gun violence. So doesn't Toley Ranz teach us how we can accept our own feelings of fear and inner terror and how to overcome those? Exactly. That's exactly what we're trying to do. So the aftermath of gun violence which children have experienced, and their behaviors are very similar to the behaviors of children who have been bullied, because these are the signs of terror and inner fear. And what is bullying doing to our kids? It creates fear and emotional distress because it is emotional terror. So my suggestion, I strongly urge you to observe your children's emotional state. Some children might not express their concern verbally, but observe maybe changes in behavior, their appetite. Has the sleep pattern changed? Is there any indication of anxiety or discomfort? In most children, these symptoms will ease with reassurance that they are safe, that you're taking care of them, that you keep them safe, and also time. However, some children may be at risk for more intensive reactions. Children who have had past traumatic experiences or personal loss might react even stronger. So that means, again, you do have to pay much more attention to your child's reactions and feelings and expression or non-expression of those feelings. Be in tune with your child. Keep your child safe. And here's a suggested topic: limit media exposure. Any age group, limit television viewing and be aware of the TV when the TV is on in common areas. You want to watch? Are the kids around? Judge. Is it good for kids to listen all the time? Monitor what kids are viewing online and how they are consuming information about the event through social media. Yes, you might not have this problem for your 4 to 8, 9-year-olds, but be aware that even your conversation, mom and dad's conversations, have the expression of anxiety, fear, anger, frustration. Your 4 and 5-year-old might not understand the words you're exchanging in that conversation about happenings that are connected with emotional terror. But your little boy and little girl, they do feel what you feel without understanding the words. So truly be aware of the television or your conversations, your actions, your words in the common areas. That means from the kitchen to the front room or sitting at the dinner table. Developmentally inappropriate information is what we call that. But that can cause anxiety and confusion, particularly in very young children. Yes, and we adults also need to be mindful of the content of our conversations, especially those conversations you have in front of your children. A conversation among adults, children are eating, let's say at the dinner table. Be mindful of what you say and how you say it in front of your children. And especially limit an exposure of your anger, your yes, your frustration, because your children might misunderstand, and they take that as a role model learning, and that's what we want to prevent. So be aware how and what you say in the presence of your children, especially when it comes to those gun violence incidents, happenings, tragedies, and help your children to understand their feelings and listen to them when they need to talk. Here's something I really think is very, very important. Keep and maintain a normal routine. Keeping a regular schedule, like getting up at normal time and having breakfast and going to school and going to work, all of that is reassuring and promotes physical health. Ensure that your children get a lot of sleep, regular meals, and also exercise. Yeah, go and kick the ball around. Exactly. Help them to take their mind off the tragedy. Rear them away from their anxiety feelings. You know, it's very interesting. Many of the tips above we can apply also to educators and parents alike, because we're going through that aftermath of horror, right? So in order to take proper care of your students, of your children, you must take care of yourself first. And that is, I emphasize and I urge you to take care of yourself. Take care of your soul. Find a still moment. Reassure your child and yourself that you are safe. So I truly hope that your children find the emotional peace they deserve, and you as well. So for more information on this topic, how to keep our children safe, please do go to Toley Ranz Foundation at toleyranz.com. Send me an email or go to the website toleyranz.com. That is TOLEYRANZ.com. Visit the site and find more information. And by the way, yes, you can download the written script for today's tips, how to keep your children safe. You can download that at the website. Our next podcast will include a detailed rundown of how to implement the Toley Ranz Foundation's project, Stop Bullying with Toley Ranz, in your child's school or in your home room, at home, in your homeschooling room. So we come to an end of one of the podcasts from Sedona. I am Anka Otto-Wolf, your host, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. I am signing off till next week with a heartfelt aho.